We are live in Oakville for the Princess Margaret Home Lottery. It is the absolute final deadline to get your tickets for your chance to win the biggest prize ever in Princess Margaret Home Lottery history. We're talking about this incredible $9 million grand prize in Oakville. It includes this incredible home plus $500,000 cash. And by the way, this home in Oakville, designed by none other than Brian Gluckstein.
Hello there.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. You know, anyone who gets to meet you, it's such a real treat. And then when they see your designs, it's incredible.
Well, I love what I do.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited about doing this. And for Princess Margaret, we get to have so much fun with these houses.
I know, and I love this room. I know you call it the cinnamon.
I call it cinnamon. You
I call it cognac.
Cognac. And this is what they call color drenching, where everything is the same color. The carpet, the furniture, the drapes, the walls. It's one color, which is great in a dining room because it's very sexy at night.
It is
when you have
sexy.
Candles and the lamps on, and it really makes a dramatic space.
And you know what? You would think that the color would be overwhelming, but it's not.
No.
It's so cozy.
And it defines it because the house is very open and the house is very monochromatic in creams and things. So you need visually those pops.
Yes.
And that room is that pop against this fantastic space.
And this is where you're so good because the design flows seamlessly right into this space here.
Well,
Tell
we
me a
brought
little
the
bit about
accents
this.
from the cinnamon into the pillows,
Yes.
the cognac, as you say. And I always love doing these two-story spaces in the show houses because it breaks up the rooms. And we have these big commercial windows. I mean, these are unbelievable. I think it's 22 feet high with the fins on the outside to give a sense of privacy. But the one thing about this house is it's so bright.
Yes.
Like when the sun shines in, it is unbelievable.
And then talk to me about the design details here.
Well, we wanted to warm up the space because the room is cream, if we had done all the walls up there in cream, it would be a little cold. So by doing the wood in that slat, and it represents the color of the floor, it really warms it up and adds visual interest. So when you look up, there's something to look at as opposed to just white space. And then the hanging fixtures are like almost like little earrings hanging from the ceiling.
That's a great description. It is beautiful and subtle. And then I just love that you can see the neighborhood through the windows here.
Yes, and this is a gorgeous name. Oakville is beautiful.
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 And then you have this fireplace.
That you can see through to the next room.
Which is fantastic.
Let me come around here. Which is, we did a non-traditional library. So instead of a desk, I did a games table because you can work at it, you can play games on it, you can even eat at it if you just have another couple over.
Right.
We have the chaise where you can look out into the garden, read, look at the fireplace. But you'll notice that in the house, there's great sight lines.
Yes.
So you can see from room through room. So there's no dead ends. You're never in a room that you're isolated in. You can always see into other spaces. And that's what I love doing when I design houses.
And again, there's so much texture here.
So much texture. It looks like wood, but it's actually a wallpaper.
Really?
It's a wall covering that looks like oak.
Yes.
So if you don't have a carpenter that you know, this is a great way to do it quickly. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like oak walls.
It does. And I love the fact that you covered the vents.
We did.
Too.
We covered the vent so it disappears.
Yes.
And then we did a simple trim all the way around to create the sense of panels and then put in this peel and stick wallpaper, which is unbelievable. It really feels like a paneled room.
And again, the ceilings are so high.
Very high.
And I like what you did with the drama here in the...
yes, the black arches.
Yes.
So we lacquered the arches. We took the arches almost to the ceiling. I think the arches are 10 feet, the ceiling's 11. But again, when you're doing cream spaces, you want that pop. And the black was reminiscent of the windows, but you visually need pop throughout so that your eye goes to things, and that's why we did the black.
And this is where you're so good because everything is so cozy and practical, but yet sexy.
Very sexy.
Very sexy.
Very sexy.
Right? And this could be yours, but you have to get your tickets now because today is the absolute final prize deadline for the Princess Margaret Home Lottery. We're going to have to say absolute final all day.
And I always can't believe that someone gets all this for $100.
I know, right? And to be in a beautiful established neighborhood in Oakville, you can't go wrong. Plus, did we mention it's $500,000 cash that comes with this incredible show home in Oakville? A total value of $9 million. And don't forget, your ticket is also good for 17,000 other incredible prizes. So get your tickets now. It is the final day to get it. PrincessMargaretLotto.com or call that number on your screen. We're going to continue our tour here in Oakville. In the meantime, we'll send it back to you in studio.
And it's in a community safety zone, too. Beautiful.
Better. Very nice.
Yeah, very gorgeous. Thanks so much, Gene.